welcome back to this week's edition of Hawk Talk. I'm Ellie Hanser.
I'm Coulter Hickok.
And we have a very special guest from the women's track team with us today. Can you go ahead and introduce yourself, where you're from, and what you do here at DSU?
Yeah, my name is JC Wilson. I'm a senior here at DSU, and I compete in the women's cross country and track and field.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we had a big conference meet this weekend. Obviously the girls came in first. For the conference, which is so exciting. I mean, congratulations. That's a big congratulations right there. And you yourself had a pretty big meet. Can you tell us a little bit about what you did there?
So going in, we call it the Peyton, because Peyton Herbst was the one that kind of specialized in this kind of stuff. So it ended up we wanted to go run the 6, run the mile, run the 800, and run the 4x4, all within 3 hours. So it was a pretty intense time. So when we came into it, we knew Coach, ultimately we were talking about being runner of the year. And to be that, we had to go against a girl at Viterbo. Her name is Ashley. She's a phenomenal sprinter. So we knew that to be competitive, I would have to go out and compete like Peyton Herbst, kind of doing that and representing her, which was kind of cool. So we started out, we ran the 600. I had to get at least 1 or 2. So it worked out great because Emily Kolstad won it, and I came just seconds behind her. Then we went and ran the mile. I ended up winning that one, came back and ran the 8, and I ultimately wanted the meet record for that one, so I just went as hard as I could at that point. And so I ended up getting the meet record. I wanted to run a 2:19, but I ran a 2:23, which I will definitely take. So got the meet record there, and then we came back and we ran the 4x4, which was probably one of the most intense races of the meet. We ended up winning by 0.09 seconds against Waldorf.
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
It was an intense race. I've never seen so much support come from a team. They ended up running up to me, and everybody was cheering and chanting and hugging me and congratulating us, and it was a phenomenal meet for me.
That is amazing. And you anchored the 4x4,
yes.
right?
Yep. And I was nervous to anchor it. I'm not really good at taking batons.
Oh, no.
Everybody will attest to that. I'm really awful at it. So when I anchored it, I knew that I just had to put everything out there, even though I've already competed in 3 events. But yeah, I saw her cramp up probably the last 50 meters, so I knew that was my chance that I needed to take for the team. And for myself, I knew that I had to win the 4x4 in order to edge out Ashley for Runner of the Year. So I just put everything out there. I emptied the tank and ended up just crossing the line barely before her, which was really exciting.
That is really exciting.
Cool.
And then, of course, you got track athlete of the
year, yeah.
Of the year? Okay. Yeah, see, I thought it was just me, but I mean, it makes sense for it to be the whole year. That is so exciting. Congratulations again on that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another big step. Your senior season, I mean, that is amazing.
So I know Ellie just talked about it. I mean, you guys just won the conference. I mean, out of all the teammates, I mean, who had the big days like to help you guys get the conference
for sure.
championship?
So definitely our distance runners, both on the men and women's side, we put on a lot of events. We knew that that's where we were going to be the strongest. When we went into it, we wanted to win ultimately all the distance events. So we were successful in that. We won the 800, we won the 600, we won the mile, we won the 3K, we won the 5K, we won the 4x4. So that's what we wanted to do going into it, and it was something that DSU hasn't seen. So we kind of made history doing that. So we had, Bailey Smith, and she was running very similar events to myself, as well as Lisa running the 5 and the 3 on the same day. Even on the men's side as well, a lot of them were doing very similar events. Hunter had to run the 4x8, the mile, as well as the 3K. We had Ernie run the 3 and the 5. We had Mike had to run the 5, come back seconds later and run the 4x8, and then come back and run the 3K. So we definitely piled on a lot there. Our sprinters as well, they performed really well. We have a young team. We really do. We only have about 4 senior girls. So we have a really young team on our girls' side. So a lot of our sprinters coming in, obviously being freshmen, it's very intimidating. It's kind of scary. So they ended up performing really well. Kenzie Grubbs actually won the hurdles, and then Renzi came in 3rd as well for the 60 hurdles. So they ultimately came out and we ran our butts off like we were supposed to. We executed it how we wanted to, and ended up coming out on top, which was really exciting.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the success from the younger girls is coming from you 4 seniors. I mean, altogether you guys had 68.5 points. That is those are some crazy numbers to have, and I mean, it must be amazing to see as a senior yourself.
Oh, absolutely.
Looking back as a freshman, I mean, you could have been like little Renzi or Kenzie Grubbs being a sophomore. Did you think that you would see this much success coming into your senior year?
I'm super excited to see where we are. We were kind of nervous coming off of cross, seeing that we co-championed with Dakota State. So we just knew going into it, coaches always said, you know, we just can't take Dakota State for granted. So coming into it, I was a little, you know, hesitant, obviously having a younger team. And I just remember how I was as a freshman and coming in and being terrified. It was awful. I mean, you're a college athlete now, and this is your job. This is your full-time job. So when you're coming in and you have to execute for your team, that's ultimately what you're thinking about the entire time. So I just knew, you know, Lisa and I have talked a bunch on it just because we were super close and we were the seniors during during cross country. So we just brought it over to track and field, and we just kind of said we have to be those athletes that no matter how mentally tough or physically tough something is, we just have to have a positive attitude. And Bailey Smith, even, you know, being a junior, she's a great role model for some of our girls as well. So it's just really exciting to see the girls come out and have a positive attitude. It makes a big difference because, you know, the negative aspect of things is very contagious and it can spread across the team. But ultimately, with all the struggles that we've had, we've come out on top of them as a team collectively. So that's all we can really ask for as seniors.
Yeah. Did you give any of those underclassmen any advice?
No, for
before?
sure. Haley Oberlander is one that I really took under my wing. I don't know, we just had that connection right away. Even Sarah Griffiths, we're kind of all very close. And then Emily Kolstad ended up joining the cross team later in the year, and we just all bonded really well. So those are some of the girls that I took under my wing, just trying to make sure, you know, right away in the beginning of the season, I just told them, as a distance runner, you have to be mentally tough. And that's where you see things fall, is by the time you get to indoor and going into outdoor, your mental state is crucial. It's very critical to make sure that you have that mental state. So just trying to make sure that they all stay positive and have that positive role model, that's what I'm looking for in our freshmen, and they've done really well. They have responded really well to the training. They've responded really well to coach, and they do exactly what we need them to do. We ultimately ask them to go out on the field and just perform and just put everything out there. That's all we need. We don't need you to go and expect you to win every event. We just want you to put everything out there. And they understand that really well. And like I said, been responding very well to all of the pressure that comes with track and field and cross country. So no complaints there at all.
Yeah, that is exciting.
Well, I mean, you've been on Hawk Talk before. You know that we got these fun questions. So we got a little bit of a fun one for you. You being a distance runner, you might have a different opinion on this, but how would you survive the zombie apocalypse?
Oh gosh, I can't. I can run and I can continue running, but I'm not a good fighter. And Emily Keene can attest to that, because I actually, at Black Hills, we kind of like fool around a little bit. So I was like up in her face and she's like, I will take you down. And she actually did. She took me around and backhanded me all the way down. So I had to bite her to get her off of me.
So what you're saying
But I'm an awful fighter.
You want her on your side when you're
I
fighting
want
all
her on
zombies.
my
Yes,
side.
okay. So
Yeah.
you guys can just run, and then
Exactly.
you can.
Yeah, and then I'll have
stick-
her fight
okay.
off while I continue running, because I think I
Perfect.
can do it.
Got it.
What about you, Ellie?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I would definitely like go outside of town, kind of wait it out, you know, like on the countryside,
Yeah.
and then go back in when all the zombies come out of town. I've thought about it a lot. If I'm gonna be on, like, hop house to house, you know, like on the countryside.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Coulter?
I don't know if you know this, but I'm a big guy. I really can't run that well. So I feel like I just got to get in a car and just drive.
That's true. That's the easiest option.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully,
What happens when you run out of gas?
Yeah.
well, then I'm probably gone.
Okay.
I'm going to be a big
Nice
zombie.
knowing you. Nice knowing you.
Yeah. Well, trying to backtrack a little bit. We're going to put you on the spot here again. Who all is going to nationals? We want
Yeah,
you to say
so
all of them.
our 4x8 relay is, so we got Emily Kolstad, Emily Keene, Bailey Smith, and myself. And then we actually had, early in the season, we had 2 pole vaulters, so Jay Derby and Lexi Craig.
Yep.
They qualified B standard, which was great. So we didn't really have any guys when we went into conference.
Yeah.
We were kind of worried. We were like, you know, who's going to ball out and who's going to get us there? And luckily, Blade Miller, I believe I said his name correctly.
Yeah.
But he qualified B standard just barely, so that was super exciting. So he'll be going as well. And then we had Eric Knopic. He actually won the 60 hurdles and qualified, so that
Great.
was super exciting. That was a super exciting race for us to watch as well. So we do have the 2 men going. So we do have a smaller team going to indoor. We usually do. Our outdoor is a lot more successful when it comes to qualifying. We just got, you know, the nicer weather to train outside and stuff. You know, having the poor indoor facility that we do on the concrete, it just makes it a lot more difficult to get some quality training in. So once we get to outdoor, we're expecting a lot more men and women to make it over to Gulf Shores, Alabama, hopefully.
Awesome.
Yeah, that is so exciting.
Yeah.
What have you guys kind of been preparing for this last week?
Yeah, so obviously we were preparing for conference. The men especially, we wanted them to go out there and compete. We knew Dakota State was going to be difficult. We have lost to them already, both for track and field and cross country. So we knew they were gunning for us, and we did. I mean, we made it very hard for them. All the way up to the 200, we were winning by 12 points. And at the 200, we only had 3 more events. We had the 200, the 3,000, as well as the 4x4. So we were winning by 12. We were in a good spot. However, Dakota State was able to go 1, 2, 3 in both the 200 and the 3K. So it made us pretty difficult to come back from that. And then we had some faults come out of our 4x4. We actually had the baton hit out of our hand, so we weren't able to finish that race as well. So, but yeah, that's where the men were focusing. We just wanted to make sure everybody did successful and got exactly what their goals needed to be at conference. For women, we wanted to go get that conference title again. We were having struggles a couple years back with Jamestown. So ever since last year when we were able to dominate the conference, we just wanted to do that once again. But we didn't go in with our heads held high knowing that Dakota State was there. I mean, they had the potential of beating us out. I know their distance runners were very strong in all their events as well. So we just needed everything to go perfectly on both sides to make sure we can execute where we needed it to be.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, I mean, you've seen Hawk Talk, you kind of know what's coming up, but what exactly does DSU mean to you?
Absolutely, and I'm probably going to say the cliche thing that everybody says, but this is my home. This is my family. I see love within the community and love within the sports. I started off at a bigger university that I didn't really get that. I mean, I went at University of Mary, and Bismarck-Mandan was a lot bigger of a community than Dickinson in itself, so you didn't really see a lot of the support from the community that you receive here. I mean, you can walk down and you go to the rec center and somebody sees you running and they come up to you and they say, oh my gosh, you're JC Wilson, you're on the DSU track and field and cross country team. How's training going? How's the coach? Where are we seeing ourselves this season? Like that's amazing. I mean, you don't really see that anywhere else. And then on top of that, you walk through the hallways and you know everyone. And so that's a really strong connection that you have there with the other teams, so you're able to support one another, and attend the events, and you're able to just grow in that community as well. So honestly, it's family, it's home, it's love for me. Definitely will never take going to DSU for granted.
Yeah, I think that's what almost everyone on here says, but I think it says a lot about DSU as a university. But we wanted to thank you again so much for coming on here with us today. We do have a from the audience, from the audience here. We have a shirt. You're a part of the Very Select Club now. I mean, you didn't get one of these before when you're on, but it says I flew on Hawk Talk, and it's from our sponsors, Immovable Ministries.
And the foundation.
And the foundation.
Yes.
Yeah, both.
Perfect.
But
Thank you guys.
yeah, we wanted to thank you. Good luck on your another trip to Brookings. I mean, you're used to it by now. This is your third time there.
You can probably drive that with your eyes closed.
Yeah, for sure.
But good luck in the rest
Thank
of your
you.
season. We're excited to watch you in outdoor too.
Thanks.
We'll be back with another guest right after this.
Hey guys, it's Tyler with Immovable Ministries here, and I'm so excited to be able to be the sponsor for this year's Hawk Talk. If you'd like to find out more about Immovable Ministries, you can visit our website at immovableministries.com.
welcome back. We just got done watching an amazing video of Zach over here. Can you go ahead and introduce yourself, Zach?
Yes.
What's your last name?
What's your name?
Zachary Roberts. I grew up in Dickinson. We talk about football, everything, and we talk about Kobe Bryant died, and his fitness. He played basketball in the NBA, and Kobe Bryant. I've been thinking about him, and
Great. During that shot, you were thinking of
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant, right?
yeah.
That's what you told the newspaper, and we thought that that was absolutely amazing. And obviously, he was with you because that shot was insane.
Like, that was the game winner, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it gives us goosebumps even like thinking about it, watching
crazy.
it. We watched it
Yeah.
probably like 15 times this week just
Yeah.
to get ready to talk to you about it.
Yep.
And you were on SportsCenter Top 10
Yep.
this previous week. What was that like, seeing yourself on the SportsCenter? Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Yeah, was it fun to watch yourself again?
Yes.
Yeah, but you kind of knew it was going to blow up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that shot was pretty insane.
Yeah.
Yeah? So, Sarah, you are Zach's brother, obviously, and sister. You're Zach's brother, yeah. But you're also his coach. So, what has coaching that Special Olympics team been like for you?
It's been really fun, especially getting to do it with Zach. That's not a lot of people get to experience that, so that's really fun.
I mean, like, what have you learned from coaching these group of guys? And I mean, not all just guys. I mean, there's girls on the team, but what have you learned?
So much. I think the biggest thing is starting to learn how to just enjoy playing a sport again, especially at the collegiate level. You get so caught up in stats and winning games and making conference tournaments and everything like that. And these kids go out and just play for the pure fact that they love the sport. So that's been really encouraging to see.
That's awesome. And so then, Zach, we
Yeah.
understand that you play a lot of different sports, rather just in basketball. I mean,
Yeah.
how many sports do you actually play?
7. 7 less more that, and I've been there when I'm 7 years.
Wow,
He's been playing for 7 years.
that's
yeah.
crazy. So, like, what all sports do you play? I mean, like basketball for sure.
Seth told me to do it to shoot in the hoop.
What sports do you play with Special Olympics?
Basketball.
What else?
Soccer.
Soccer, yeah.
A lot of everything.
You
Yeah.
play volleyball?
Volleyball.
You're a bowler too, right?
Bowling.
And we understand that you really love football.
Yes.
So I got a big question for you.
Yep.
Who is your favorite football player?
My cousin Tyler and Dylan and Lewis.
Who's your
Nice.
favorite famous
Nice.
football player?
My cousin Dennis. Dennis Scable.
Perfect.
Skateball.
He's one of my favorite football players of all time,
Mine
too.
as well. Honestly.
I miss watching him. I think that he should start playing in rec so we can go and support him.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so too. I also heard you're kind of a big Tom Brady fan.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes.
What's your favorite thing about Tom Brady?
I think Tom Brady, a good fast hand and a throw a ball. I'll be a quarterback. I'll be a football DSU like Tom Brady. My cousin Tyler Lewis. I have the same thing and a half. Pass, not away open, intercepted, and I'm be take a break. Show a kick off, a kick, crowd. Seth kick.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Let's see. I found Seth graduated with on the DHS, 2017.
So, would you say that you're one of the biggest DSU football fans out there?
Yes.
Yeah? Are you a big tailgater?
Yes.
Yeah? Are you always at the tailgates?
Yeah.
Snacking on that food? Because same.
That's my favorite part about the tailgates.
Seth told me a pop.
Did
Yeah.
he? I mean, the food's my favorite, and doing Blue Hawk Game Day.
Yeah,
That's my two
exactly.
favorite things. And also watching the football game.
Yeah. Let's see. What else, Zach? You guys have state basketball coming up
Yep.
this weekend.
Yep.
Have you guys been practicing a lot for that?
Yes.
Yeah. Does Sarah just work you guys to death?
Yes.
How many laps do we do every day?
2 or 3.
Just 2. On your lucky days, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys been working on anything specific?
I mean, walking slow down.
Mhm.
My tummy. I'm not fast well. I walk a little bit, and warning. I walk again, and warning. Both on the sides.
So Sarah's really making sure you guys are running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think Sarah kind of wanted to give us this question to ask you, but if you were to play one-on-one against your dad, who's winning?
Tell me again.
Like
Who would win, Dad
one-on-one
or you?
basketball, like who's winning between you or your dad?
Me.
Why is that?
Seth told me to do it. I'm shooting in the hoop.
Are you better than Dad?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
So also your dad was the announcer of that game too, right?
Yeah.
So you can hear him in the background of that video counting down the seconds. Do you think that he was kind of a part of you making that shot too?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it must have been pretty amazing. And in another article that we read, he had some amazing things to say about both of you guys. And so that was kind of awesome. And the fact that he got to be there, you know, announcing the game, it's just like, it's a whole family event. It's a full Dobit circle.
Do you think it was cool, like having everybody kind of like huddle around you after you made that shot? I mean, everybody was like giving you high fives. Everybody was cheering like your name.
Yes. Bryson.
Bryson?
My friend Bryson, a pair with average water.
Mm-hmm.
A pair with my friends.
Yeah. I mean, we were reading that article about that, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
And that's the through DHS. So he was.
Yep.
And
It's peer to peer. So they have an individual in the special needs room and then someone else in the high school, and they're partners throughout the year, and you get to do fun stuff with Evan, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, and that is like so awesome that he got to be there and watch that, even though he's on the basketball team too. Zach,
Yeah.
I have had this pressing question this whole time.
Yep.
To go and make that shot, what was your pregame meal before that?
I think someone, my dad Nelson and my dad pass the ball, my not, the shoot in the hoop, my friend Benton, dad, brothers, Shul, and Ben friend, me, my old school, Hot River, I mean a little from my old school, my friend Benton. I'm 17. I'm gonna go up on a portable team, Seth's team.
Ellie's wondering, what do you eat? What do you like to eat with basketball? Where do you like to go eat?
Meals, McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Yeah, that's what we thought.
Perfect.
What do you eat there?
Drinks, food,
Food?
Yeah.
Chicken nuggets? Or a
No.
Big Mac?
Big
Big Mac, that's right. Gives you these guns, right?
Yes.
That's what helped you make that shot
Yeah.
at
Yep.
Big Mac.
Yep.
You should be sponsored by McDonald's.
Okay, we do it.
Okay.
So Zach, I
Yep.
mean, you've been to a bunch of volleyball games, like with your sister and watching Ellie play. I mean, what's your favorite part about those?
I think my girlfriend Reagan Olsen, she played for Reagan played volleyball with Sarah last year. Reagan quit. Reagan need me, and I love Reagan the most, and I love my family. Ben Starks, my family, I love them.
So you're saying that you love Reagan more than your sister, though?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Just
okay.
have to
making
clarify.
sure. Just making
Yep,
sure.
yep.
I think the whole volleyball team knows how much you love Reagan.
Yeah.
But we always loved having you at the games. I mean, the Dobitzes, you guys would always travel. Your whole family would travel. So having you at those games was always so special, and you'd always be cheering us on the loudest, I think,
Yep.
out of anyone in the gym. So that's one of my favorite memories, too, playing. But
Yeah.
what's your favorite? Do you have a favorite? How about when we went to the baseball game
Yep.
in Denver? That one was pretty fun, right?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Rockies game?
The Rockies game?
Rockies. Yeah. At the bench sticks games, I was playing for play bench sticks, and I'm constantly graduating on a bench sticks.
Big sticks.
On a Kramer, Bison Kramer,
Mhm.
Dad James, he be there. He know me on a bench sticks game. Doug Feshel, he grabs something to eat.
Always looking for food, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, come on. He needs it. He needs that fuel.
So Zach, I mean, what's your favorite part about Dickinson? Like maybe just the town, or maybe like you go to high school at DHS, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you had a lot of experience with Dickinson. What's your favorite part about it?
I've been like Bradley Robinson. She grew up around New England, North Dakota. She was I don't know.
Who is she? Is she your teacher?
Yes,
Right?
So she's your favorite thing about Dickinson?
yes.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear. Well, Zach, we wanted to thank you again for coming on, and congratulations on such an amazing basketball career so far.
Thank you.
And we're excited to follow you guys this weekend at the Special Olympics State Basketball Tournament.
Yep.
We'll be cheering you on, and we'll be cheering on our favorite coach here too. And we actually didn't mention it, but Sarah is on the volleyball team as well. I didn't quite explain that, but yeah, you're also involved with DSU too, so it's exciting to see. We'll be cheering you guys on the whole time.
I got one more question that I just got handed from an outsider. Do you have any more games that are scheduled? Like maybe the state game that's coming up this weekend?
Yes, Minot State. I go to spend the night at motel 3 nights. Truman, restaurant, and gas stations. After
What days
these.
do you play?
Thursday. I've been living on Thursday morning.
Even on Thursday? And then what days are the games?
3.
Friday and Saturday,
Friday,
right?
Saturday. Yeah.
And that's it for basketball, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then what other sports? When do those start?
Volleyball goes right after basketball ends. So.
Oh,
Very
that's
nice.
exciting.
Yep.
Are you a passer like Sarah, or are you a hitter?
I'm here.
Yeah, that's what I like. Protect that shoulder, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you need to keep that.
Yes.
All right. Well, we wanted to thank you guys again. We
I don't know
got
if I have both shirts or not.
we don't know. We had a shirt debacle the last time. But we did get you guys both these shirts. You're going to have to start wearing this, right?
Yep.
It says, I flew on Hawk Talk. And so you have to go show this off. This is a pretty elite group,
Okay.
Zach. So you're going to have to wear this all the time.
Okay, we do it.
Okay?
Okay.
And then tell people about how awesome it was on here, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but thank you again, both of you, so much for coming on. And we're really excited to hear how state basketball goes. We'll be back with recap right after this.
Now welcome back for the recap. So Ellie, what happened this weekend? I mean, like,
What did happen this weekend, Coulter? We had a lot happening this weekend, actually, in the realm of sports, in the realm. Softball, they went 2-2 again. They lost 2 close ones, one again to Morningside and or actually the same losses that they had the week before. Morningside and Jamestown lost, 3-4,
Yep.
right? To rank 22. Gosh, I'm zoning right now.
and then we had Jay Allen. She
Yep.
was also the pitcher of the week.
Yeah,
So
congratulations.
congrats to her.
Just a junior
Junior
this
She's a
year.
junior from Washington.
Yeah, so that's exciting. Wrestling, they had the Heart of America qualifying tournament.
They did.
We had 2 Hawks officially make it.
2 Hawks officially, and then Payson Dirk. He is under review right now. He was the wild card, took 3rd place. But we had Jamie Mullins and we had Gress Jones qualify for sure, but just got to wait and see back about Payson.
Yep, and I think that should be coming out anytime now. We will have a few of the wrestlers on next week, so that'll be exciting before they go on to nationals, so that'll be exciting.
And we talked with JC about track, and they have about 5 kids going to nationals in Brookings again.
I think it's closer to 10.
Is it? I didn't really
Well,
count.
yeah, but you have like the 4. Like there's 4 right there in the
Yeah.
something. There's a number of people going to nationals, which is very exciting. Once again, girls finishing first, boys finishing second in conference. Those are some big tournaments. They're heading back to Brookings. Brookings, we're going to Brookings.
And then basketball finally in playoffs. I mean, the girls, they took 6th overall in the North Star, so they are going to Dakota State.
Right, and they took a loss to Valley City this weekend in Valley.
And then the boys, they just had their playoff game. Really not sure on the results quite yet.
Yeah, and we will see what happens after that as to where they'll go next for playoffs. I believe that it's an actual tournament, I think, for the Final Four.
I think so.
I think that's the way it works. I know that's the way it works with volleyball, but I'm not positive. I think they keep the last 2 rounds pretty close. And then they finished 4th. Did you already say that? They finished 4th.
I think that might
They ranked 4th coming in, so it'll be exciting to see what happens with them. Oh, what's this weekend?
Bike-a-thon?
Yeah, we have the bike-a-thon this weekend. Woohoo!
Bike-a-thon.
Bike-a-thon. That is this Saturday. What time does that start? 1 o'clock.
Yes. And then it is the WWE 1980s Wrestlers, which is super awesome. I'm excited to see everybody's costume. Are you dressing up?
I have work, so I'm not going to be there.
Tragic.
You would love to see me with a Hulk Hogan
I would. That'd be the greatest.
mustache.
That'd be the greatest.
What are you going to dress up as?
Probably Macho Man Randy Savage.
Can I dress up as Nacho Libre? Is there an option there?
Probably.
I'm just kidding. I think that's everything else we have.
Just want to thank the Heritage Foundation. We want to thank Immovable Ministries with Tyler and his crew all over there.
Yeah, and I think that was another great episode. It was great seeing some other people from the community. Having Zach on was one of the best interviews I think we've had all year. So
And by the way, Sarah is Zach's sister.
thank you. You know, we all make mistakes. I don't have a brother, so I'm just used to, I don't know. I panicked a little bit.
That's okay.
But yeah, I think that was another great week of Hawk Talk, and we're excited to be back next week. And as always, Hawks are up.